want to thank you for your great talent.
I really appreciate it. I'm glad my music didn't annoy you while you were working. You know, I met John Lasseter recently, and he told me how when he was studying at Cal Arts, I was playing in the gamelan department out there. This is my early 20s, banging away on these metal instruments, you know, all day, which is the thing that I love doing, and it used to drive him insane. Kept him from concentrating. Fortunately, you know, he doesn't seem to hold too much of a grudge, but he does remember that.
Thank you again. And the story time from Scissorhands was what we played off that beautiful peach. Extremely fair.
That was John Eaves, designer of the Enterprise E.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I just had a simple question. I've been wanting to ask this for about maybe a couple of months, and I thought I'd seize the day today and ask you if you're interested at all at free labor. I'm an audio student and I know, it sucks. I'm just like,
questions!
that's really all I want.
Right. Well, keep that in mind. Thank you.
He knows how to do everything himself.
Hi, I was just wondering, how long does it usually take you to score for a film? And does Burton ever give you a deadline, like 2 weeks, have it finished?
But no, not 2 weeks. There's always a deadline. Believe me, if it wasn't for deadlines, I'd still be trying to finish Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Deadlines are usually very brutal. The amount of time it takes depends on the film. The ideal amount of time is about 12 weeks, 10, 12. But sometimes you don't get it. Sometimes there's only 8. Occasionally I'll do a film where I'm rescoring a movie now. On the Hulk, I only had 5 weeks before I got the call. And that was the most intense thing I've ever had to do. It was 105 minutes. And 5 got extended to 6, but even still it was incredibly difficult. So I would say somewhere in that range. I've never had more than 12 or less than 5.5.
Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Elfman. I enjoy all your music. I think you have great taste, hence I have a big crush on your wife. I do miss her, actually, very respectfully. I'd like to ask, has she retired from acting? Is she enjoying motherhood? When am I going to see her again?
It's really, that's one thing I've learned, is never to speak for my wife. I appreciate the compliment. My wife, who's Bridget Fonda, who we met on the set of Simple Plan, actually on Sam Raimi, and met again 5 years later in Found Love. But at any rate, I don't know. Right now, she's really, really enjoying being a mom to our 5.5-year-old Oliver. And every now and then I see her reading scripts, and I've seen her get tempted now and then, and she goes, nah, it's just got a horrible ending. So I don't think I think she considers it always a possibility, but she's interesting in the way that when I first met her, she just doesn't seem to mind. It's like if she finds something good, that's cool, and if not, that's cool too. She doesn't have that thing that I must be out in front of the camera or I'll die. She's very comfortable in her own skin. And in Hollywood, that's kind of for me, that was a real interesting thing to see. So I'm used to seeing people driven to the point where then, if they're not doing that thing they've been doing, they kind of come unraveled. But not Bridget.
Well, I enjoy seeing her at premieres and tell her we miss the dealing.
Thank you.
Hi, Danny. My name is Andrea, and I just wanted to let you know that you're one of my all-time favorite composers, and you're one of the reasons why I decided to pursue film composing as well. And I was just wondering if you had any advice or suggestions for up-and-coming composers, because I went through USC's film scoring program, and Richard Kraft told us how hard it would be and how your schedule is really crazy and you only get like 1.5 week vacation in like 2 years or something.
Is that what he said?
Or something.
And that's a great for Richard to say that, who's on vacation right now. This guy's not here, and I haven't had a vacation in over 3 years right now. Even that was only 1 week long, so he was exaggerating. My advice to save yourself. Go now. But having given you that advice, should you elect to move forward anyhow into this incredibly dangerous terrain, I wish you the most of luck. And other than sticking to it, even though you feel like your skin will be coming off, I'm not sure what else to say. It's
Do you recommend like being a composer's assistant, or?
I actually don't know. I have no experience. I've never worked with another composer. I've even met very few composers. And I never had anybody help me or give me any advice when I became a composer. So I don't know the right way to do it. And I'm sure there is a good way to do it. Becoming an assistant or learning somehow. My musical training was in the streets, and my film music training was essentially School of Hard Knocks, having a score thrown in my lap. I feel like all of my film music training was probably 12 years of my life in the Baldwin Hills Theater every weekend, watching and listening to movies. So I know that I'm the worst one to talk to. So I don't want to give you bad advice. The best advice I can give you is don't do it the way I did. Study. You're welcome.
Hi, Mr. Elfman.
Hi.
I just wanted to tell you that your scores have been like the soundtrack to my childhood. I know that's kind of creepy. But my question is, we have a running gag, my dad, my sister, and myself, because we're huge fans, that there's always like a Tim Burton look-alike, given like Edward Scissorhands kind of looks like him. Have you ever, in any of Tim Burton's movies, seen like yourself or a character that reflects something that has like maybe your personality or?
Well, I mean, the character that most reflected my personality, which was why it was so easy to write for him, is Jack Skellington. At the time when I did that, I was still in Oingo Boingo, but I was at the point where I really wanted to get out and do other stuff. And I felt like Jack Skellington did in Halloween Land. And so everything I wrote from him, I just wrote from my own perspective of kind of that tortured state of feeling like, anybody who's a lead singer in a band is the king of their own little world, their band is their kingdom. And so it's really easy to kind of think that way. And so I felt like Jack in many levels. So that was the closest. Although I did have to mention to Tim that why is it that in Alice in Wonderland, that when I first saw it, I thought, is this something about the defamation of redheads? Look at who's got red hair in that movie, the Queen. What's the name of the character, the fiance, really with digestive problems? And of course the Mad Hatter, who turns out okay, but all with dubious character.
Thank you, I love you so much.
He surely had nothing to do with me.
Quick question. Was there ever a movie that you wanted to compose or write to?
Oh yeah, I mean every year there's something that comes out that makes me eat my heart out, and then throw it up and eat it again. But I won't tell you what those are, because out of respect, there's a lot of great directors out there since I started, and a lot of directors have their own relationships, and I have to respect that, and I have to realize a lot of other composers would love to have a relationship with Tim Burton. So, I feel lucky to have the relationships that I have, and of course,